Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. In today's video, I'll be talking about the business side of fasting. I do have two brands that revolves around fasting, and I want to share my experience as a solopreneur with the Fiverr and Fiverr PRO. So I want to share my experience with the two. Before getting started, nothing I share in this video is medical advice. So always do your own research before making any health-related decisions. So since I started my company, even before that, like I had a Fiverr account, and so when I started my company, I started using Fiverr a lot. So I use services as like to get like the formula for my electrolyte powder. I work with a chemist for the cover design of my book. I work with a graphic designer specialized in book design. I then worked with a line editor for the American English version of the book, and also I had an editor for the Spanish version, editor translator. I had contracted her for, actually I have a band called Black Sea Storm, and there was this like pretty amazing article in a Turkish national newspaper on my music career, and so like I wanted to I had hired her to translate it. So I had done the translation to Spanish, and then she did the line editing. But then we find out that her English was really good. So for the book, she did the translation and the editing. I also got a mentor for selling on Amazon, and that was great. I still work with him. So with Fiverr, the regular Fiverr, my experience was more than good. Like most of the freelancers, they actually over-delivered. I mean, for example, like the book design, I was like, it was like right from the first draft, like it went beyond what I was expecting. So I had a really good image of Fiverr, and like it really gave me like some confidence of being a solopreneur. And because my experience with like more like regular companies, it's like we often get it's like, I think there's a book called Death by Meeting, with like the meetings and the whole like the schedule thing, the micromanagement to make sure that everybody is working, and being stuck in an office for 8 hours, and it's like the 8 hours when the sun is out, So I was just like, wow, that's great, like, because with freelancers, I mean, you chit chat very, very little, it's like, it's always to the point. There's a deadline. They give you, they make you an offer, so there's no problem with the whole money thing. So they give you an offer with what they're going to provide, and you accept, and so it's a really good, it's a really good system in itself, but it's also gave me a lot of hope as a solopreneur, because I'm like, wow, I can have, I can get a lot done, do a lot by myself, and the things I cannot do, hire some talent, and but not waste any time, not waste any time chit-chatting, not waste any time like to make sure they're working or things like that. So So it gave me a lot of confidence to move forward and like stay like a solopreneur. And then eventually so my book was released. So that project, my book was released in 2 languages. It was available on Amazon, and then I also built like a stand store to sell it, the digital version myself. And then my electrolyte powder. That's like, so I have 2 brands, like Better Monday Fasting, which this channel is a part of, and I also have a brand called YouthLyte where I do dietary supplements, and I only sell in the US. And it was a whole it was a very long process to get everything done and have like a fulfillment center, find a fulfillment center, build like the online store, and get to a point where I can sell the product. And as I was thinking that the most difficult part was done, because I have the product, I have a way to sell it. You would think then you just need to sell it, but then the whole digital marketing, bringing people to the store and all that, it was way more challenging than I was thinking. There's music over there, trying to not get struck by music copyright. So that's where Fiverr PRO came in. So I was on Fiverr. I don't know how exactly it happened, but somehow I found out about Fiverr PRO, and what one would think is it's gonna be Fiverr on steroids. Like it's just gonna be more professional. We're gonna have a more of a like an elite freelancers or agencies, and you're gonna get done, like you're gonna get things done. Maybe you'll have a project manager that will coordinate like several freelancers, and so the idea was sounded good. And since I wanted to move forward and bring things, make a big step on the road of success. So I said, yeah, I give it a shot. So I signed up for there's a free call. So it's kind of like an onboarding. And so I had the free call, and it was we scheduled it for next day or something. And the guy was great, the guy was great. Like I told him my story. I think he was based in England, but really professional. So he was with Fiverr PRO, what you can do is you can still hire freelancers. They're just they're more they're pre-selected, so they're a higher level. And or you can hire second option. You hire a project manager. So with the project manager, you define the scope of the project, and then the project manager is going to get all the freelancers, the sets of freelancers, the timelines and all that, and make the project happen. So that's the second option. But that one I was just kind of thinking this is probably going to be pretty costly, And then there's a third option where you pay $50, $56 for a professional, for an expert in your field. So in my case, it's selling dietary supplements online, So have somebody that has expertise in that, and then you kind of brainstorm, and they give you some sort of counseling on how to move forward, because supposedly they have experience. So out of the 3, I was just let's give it a shot to the $56, have the meeting with the expert. And so I sign up for that. I pay, And then they're like the person or the agency, they have a calendar like to book the meeting. And I'm, since with the onboarding, like, next day I was able to book. So I just thought, it's gonna go really fast. But once I paid, that was like the first like kind of negative experience. Like, so once I paid and I entered the calendar, like everything was booked for 9 or 10 days ahead. And I think the person was on a total different time zone. I think they were in the Europe, maybe even Middle East, So the windows where we could meet with my schedule and stuff, they were kind of short, but everything was taken for 9 to 10 days. So I'm like, oh man, bummer. I'm like, okay, I mean, this, like this is like the guy is really booked, so he must be really good, like. So I was like, okay, I booked the call for in nine days or so. And the thing is like, like it's like my products, they're, in a warehouse waiting. So I'm paying for fulfillment. I'm paying for, even if I don't sell anything, I'm paying for the meter square or like the fulfillment. And I have a $20 per week of a flat fee. So the meter for the cap meter, it's rolling. Like for me, it's like every day I'm not selling, I'm losing money, It's not like I'm not making money, I'm literally losing money. And for Amazon, the Amazon Pro, there's like $40. For Spotify, there's $30. I mean, it adds up. Just like even before selling anything, there's a lot of overheads, and then you have to get like I got like a liability insurance and the things like that are just like you just gotta you pay, and so for me it's like each time I have to wait to get the ball rolling. It's very frustrating, It's not like it's not just a patience thing. Like it's like I'm losing money like all this time. So it has to move forward. So I booked the call. I'm like, okay, it must be really good. So I bite the bullet, and like then I mean it's blocking because maybe you wanna. Because you want to move forward, but you also don't want to like, start useless campaigns without the knowledge and lose even more money, So when like just one person makes you wait 9 days, and you kind of rely on that service to move forward, it's kind of like I was kind of frustrated, but I waited, and then before the meeting and stuff, like I was just like, wow, it was really hard to get the meeting, so I'm just gonna make sure that I don't miss it. So it was pretty early. I was in Asuncion back then, Paraguay. Woke up and stuff, and then it was like in half an hour or so before the meeting, the guy cancels. You know what? I'm not gonna be able to make it today, and blah blah blah. But if you want, same time tomorrow, we can reschedule. So it's already like really long time. You pay first, and then really long time to, they don't let you know before booking that it's gonna take that long. So you pay, and then you wait 9 or 10 days, and the day of the meeting, the Fiverr PRO. It's gonna he's canceling he's canceling the meeting, but he rescheduled for the next day. So I was just like, okay, that's great. I mean, things can happen, so we'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow. So again, like next day, I wake up early, set everything up, and so he sends me the the link for the meeting, and and the link is not working. Like it seems like he didn't update or something. Try to connect, nobody's showing up. So I wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and after 15 minutes I was just like, yeah, this is bull, you know, like. So I write him an email. I'm like, you know, I already waited like almost 10 days to get the meeting, and then I got 10 days to get the meeting, and then you got me the, you know, you don't show up, then we reschedule and you don't show up again, so just give me my money back, you know. And as soon as I send the email, like, he responds like, oh, I'm sorry, like I didn't update the link, I was there, blah blah blah, you know. And you know, I was only 15 minutes late. I'm like, dude, is this that's Fiverr Pro? Like, that's pro for you? Like, so I was just like, I don't care, just give me my money back and stuff. And then there was a whole thing, but then I think he passed on the thing to his superior or something. It's like, the customer wants his money back, but I never got paid back. I still have to see what's up, but I mean, last time I checked, I didn't get the money back, but maybe they reimbursed me, or the process is taking longer. So I don't want to say they didn't pay me back. I'm gonna say I'm not aware that they paid me back so far for that. So that was that was pretty bad. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it myself, like the old way. So I'm just gonna hire like a freelancers myself. So I try to find pretty affordable, but with some experience, like a meta ad expert on Fiverr Pro. So I met a guy, and I think he's probably from like maybe Pakistan or India. So it's little. I mean, he does speak English, but sometimes the communication is it's a little weird, but it's not the language. The problem is more like culture, I think. So I give him the access and everything to run ads for me, and then I tell him, you know, like, just don't spend more than $10 a day, so we can see what's going on. And then he was really pressuring me for, like, so he started running a bunch of ads, and he was really pressuring me to accept the, you know, that he delivered the job, like, so he can get paid, you know. And he was I think it was the end of Ramadan. I was like, Bayram, and so he's like, oh yeah, please accept, so you know, I can get, you know. I'm like, dude, I mean, you have to deliver first, you know. Like, if it was really pressuring me like that, like I really didn't like. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm getting like messages from Meta, you know, and start being charged like $30 a day, $50 a day, you know, like big amounts. Like, so first I was like, maybe it's like the $10 a day, you know, they don't charge you, you know, maybe it's a week worth of the $10, you know. But, and before I know, it got out of control. Like, I was like $300, over $300 in. And then he was trying to sell me, like, he's like, oh, I have another solution, you know, like the Meta Pixel is good, but there's I think it's called Cappy. I mean, it makes sense. It's like a server side, you know, to really know, like, about the user behavior and all that. But he was trying to sell me that, and he was all over everything all over the place, and he was trying to, like, accept the job, like that you accept my delivery, and like, And yeah, I really didn't like the way it was going, and he was like, oh, you brought me to bring, like you told me to bring traffic, so I bring traffic. Yeah, but it's costing, like a lot of money. So like, I think what he did was, at one point I was just, is he scamming me? Because he was like so like pressuring me, and the credit card being charged by Meta. So I was thinking, like, is there a way, maybe he makes a commission, like, is there a way that by making me spend a lot of money with Meta, like he's actually. So at one point I was just like, yeah, this is bull. So I canceled his access, and I stopped the ads because but there was some he did bring traffic, and there was some conversion. So it wasn't all it wasn't all bad, but there is no strategy. There is no like how we're going to learn. There's no, it's more like killing an ant with a nuclear bomb type of approach. So second, like really bad experience, and it cost me, because I paid him and all the ads for nothing and all that. Like it was, I was very like unsatisfied, and also there was no, like, that's not how you learn. I didn't learn anything. That's not how you build strategy, like from my understanding, like this whole ad thing, like you start small and you try to figure out like your target audience and their behavior and what is working, and once you get that segment of what is working, then you put the money in to amplify. But you're not just gonna like spread money on random ads and random locations and with people with random interests. Like, you gotta, like, everything has to be targeted, and it's a learning process. The algorithm needs to learn, and you need to learn, and so yeah, it was not like that at all. So I was just like, okay, maybe it was a cultural thing. So then I go and I hired this guy from Sweden, and he was way more expensive. Like he was like, just him to do like run a few ads and set it up and all that. It was already over $300, and like with the taxes and all that, and the Fiverr fees and stuff, like it was like almost like a $400 investment. But he looked like legit, and we had a meeting, and I explained him like what happened, and so he told me, yeah, you didn't get scammed, but I wasn't done. The things weren't done the way it should have, but and then he like really reassured me, like, yeah, now how we're gonna go about it. We're gonna work like in the first place with the pixel. We're gonna analyze, and we're gonna start with a really small budget, and then learn. Let the algorithm learn, and we'll learn, and then we'll go from there. And it sounded really good. It was like we were like aligned on how to do the things. And he also like he canceled one meeting, and it was kind of like communication will be like, oh, I get you this by next day, and little delay. Then like even when we met, like the guy that is like overbooked, and that, like, I really don't think it's really professional. If you're paying for something, say you're going for a massage, you don't want to hear your massage therapist being like, oh yeah, you're my 11th client today and I'm really tired, like, so then go rest, like, don't make me waste my money and my time. So it was little like even though like his presentation, everything was like pretty professional, like the timing, and then he he was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do some animated ads and all that, and he designed some, and I really didn't like the graphic design, so I was just like, okay, I can do those. So I had paid the extra to have the animated ads. Ended up producing them myself on Canva, but then he took them and used them, and he set up the campaign, and so the charges were reasonable. You know, the thing is going. I'm like, wow, finally, you know, finally we got something, and this is working. And then the guy sends me a message. He's like, oh, you know what? I'm really overbooked, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like he canceled the job. He canceled the job. And so I got the message from Fiverr Pro. I mean, do you accept the cancellation? So in a way, I thought, wow, it's Pro, you know, like the guy, because he's giving up like on all the money. But he had you know, put in the ads and all that, like. So, like, I accept, and I'm like, you know what? I really appreciate your professionalism, but I liked our relationship so far, and I would like to keep going. So, like, you maybe reimburse me for that, but for the next steps, like, you know, I'm willing to pay you, you know. And the thing is, like, the situation he put me in was, yeah, he was supposed to give me a video, because I said, yeah, I really want to learn, you know, like how you built the campaign, so then I can like manage it, you know. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a screen, like a screen recording of what I do, so you know how I built this one, so you can build other ones that way, or you know, manage them. So it sounded good. So then he cancels the job, and now I'm in a situation where, okay, he paid me back, but I have the ads running, and he's the one who knows, because when I go in there, it doesn't look like anything I've done by myself. So it's like, okay, you reimbursed me, but every day I think we put a $5 or $10 budget, but so now it's working better, like it's not like you know, 50 to 100 bucks a day. It's 10 bucks, but the thing is, like, I'm paying for that for something that I don't have control. So, like, okay, I understand that you know, the algorithm needs to learn and everything, but you leave me kind of in limbo, you know. So I started messaging him. I'm like, you know, at least like send me that video, and then we go from there. And if you're available in the future, I'd like to work with you. And I'm contacting him every day, and every day the guy's like, tomorrow I send you the video. It's been I don't know how many days, and he's not, like. And today he got me another message, because now we cannot really communicate through Fiverr because he canceled the job, but he had already my email address. I'm like, so maybe communicate through email. And today I get a message, yeah, I will communicate with you through email, but still not. So I don't know. He's maybe overbooked, and in Europe, you know, like they're very like vacation, and like it's very like when they, yeah, it's like sometimes it's not. I mean, I don't want to judge, but sometimes it's especially in those like socialist countries. Like I'm from Switzerland, so I kind of know, you know, when it's like you planned your Easter weekend, and it's untouchable. You know, it's like. So maybe it's a combination of him being overbooked. He thought he was going to be able to do it, then he didn't, and then maybe he had scheduled something, and it's Easter. But now it's like, I'm like, dude, this is like 3 times in a row that it's like, it's a bad experience, like Fiverr Pro, you know. And then like I'm working on different, like, so to sell my product, I have my Shopify store. I'm trying to get approved through Amazon. I have an Amazon And right now, like, the product is active, and so I'm doing that, and also I'm trying to get a TikTok shop. So TikTok, how's it called? Yeah, TikTok shop in the US. So my manufacturer told me that was like to sell the products, the type of products I'm selling, it's really good. So I start the process. I open an account, and since I have a business in the US, you know, yeah, I have all the tax number and everything, so everything goes smooth until I am asked to give, you know, US ID. And the thing is, like, I don't live in the US, like, I haven't been living in the US like since 2011. So I do have some expired driver license and stuff, but I don't live there anymore. And my business, I opened it as a foreigner, you know, as a foreigner opening a business in the US, but there is no option. So then I'm like, okay, I'll send them my Swiss passport. Like, I send it, so then I get a message from them. So they didn't like, they're like, oh, you absolutely need a US ID. And also, you know, I got the paperwork for my tax number and stuff. You know, when I started my LLC, like the company that created my LLC, they gave me all this like paperwork. I think it's called the CP 57, something like that. But then they're like, okay, I mean, you have a tax number and everything, but this is not, I mean, it wasn't directly issued from IRS. So you need to get the paperwork from, I think my paperwork is legit, but it was just not the one issued by the IRS. Probably the one issued by the IRS is in the hands of the company that helped me, and I have the paperwork I have. It's from them. I don't know. So then I'm like, what can I do? I mean, I'm a foreigner owner of a business in the US, and like then the support advises me to, yeah, he's like, you can get a representative in the US, a representative that they will represent you with their ID, their US ID, and also they will help you to get the missing paperwork. So I'm like, great. So I go and I start chatting with AI, you know, I start chatting with, there's music everywhere. Trying to find the quietest streets to shoot the vlog. And yeah, I'm gonna try to block, there's music here. It's here. Block it a little bit. Yes, so, oh man. And so, you know, I chat with ChatGPT, and you know, we assess the situation, and ChatGPT is like, oh yeah, you can get a representative, and helps me to, you know, it gives me like a list of everything I should ask the person, like a sign on agreement and have a copy of their ID. I mean, you know, you can be scammed a lot, and so you're gonna be giving like sensitive documents, so you want things to be legit. So I find this person, like again, I think this is my 4th experience on Fiverr Pro. I found somebody that seems specialized in this. I don't know, that's not what I did, sorry. What I did is like, I mean, I looked at some profile, but then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put a brief out there. I'm gonna put a brief of what I'm looking for, and people will contact me. So that's another option Fiverr Pro gives you. So I put the brief, so that I'm willing to pay between 100 to 150 bucks. This is what I need. You know, I'm a owner of an LLC in the US. I have EIN number, the tax number and everything. So I need somebody to help me set up the TikTok shop and help me get the IRS document. And also I am selling dietary supplements, but in no way it's weight loss or thing, because it's very like there's categories that are very like restricted. So it's just electrolyte supplements, you know. So in the onboarding process, I want to make, if that person is going to do the job for me, I want to make it clear on those points so we don't get red flagged for no reason. So I put, and I received like maybe 10 messages, and some of them they start like, "What's your budget?" Like I hate that. I already put the budget thing, like it's already there. Like you already failed. What's your budget? Like, and I really, in business, I don't like that. Even like if you're gonna buy real estate, like, I mean, I understand it, but it's oftentimes it's how much I can screw you. That's the translation, you know. So I prefer, you know, knowing what are you gonna offer, you know, what are the services, and then I make you an offer, and then we talk about the price, you know. Because if I say, yeah, my budget is $1 million, like, then you're, I mean, do you have a service that costs that much? You know, it's like, I don't like, and it's like, it also makes it very, that the person is very interested, like only interested by money, you know. So all those, what's your budget? Like, I don't respond. And there was this one profile, and like, it sounded like she's done it before, you know. She's done it before, everything is great, you know, like, so I start like writing her emails with the help of ChatGPT, and I think she's responding to me also with chat. So like the emails are just beautiful, you know, with all the bullet points and everything. And I think she's also using ChatGPT to respond. So very high level professional communication. And then I was just like, yeah, I find the person, you know. I was like, great, like everything's gonna work out. And then it was time to talk about money, but I had already, it's a brief, so I already said, you know, it's between 100 and 150 bucks. And then I'm just like, so for all this, like, how much you charge, you know? And she's like, $800. I'm like, yeah, sorry, like, no way I'm gonna pay 800 bucks for you to just fill in some paperwork, you know? I'm like, no way. And then she's like, okay, I'll do it for 500. I'm like, no. I mean, it's a brief, like we, you know, I already put a budget between 100 to 150, and you are asking for 800. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, we left it there, and so then I go back to ChatGPT. I'm like, you know, I'm having a horrible experience with Fiverr Pro. And as much as I loved Fiverr, I mean, Fiverr Pro, it's been a disaster. This is like the 4th time, and it's horrible. Like, I mean, it's expensive. It's not pro at all, and it's not working. Things are not moving forward. Like, and then ChatGPT is like, yeah, you know what? I've already heard this type of complaints. Yeah, it's so the conclusion with my conclusion and ChatGPT's conclusion is like, well, first of all, it can be because the service is new, so they need to adjust certain things. But also, it's like, yeah, maybe higher profile people, you know, they've already accomplished things in their field. So maybe Fiverr, it's something on the side for them, you know. They don't take it as seriously as the real freelancers, you know, who only rely on Fiverr, you know, to survive. So they're a little, well, 3 out of the 4 experiences I had, they were too cool for school. You know, there's a little bit of, oh, I'm really busy, and you know, like if you're really busy, don't post on Fiverr. Like it's not my problem. And also maybe people who think they're the thing, you know, so they're like, oh, we're on Fiverr Pro, so we're dealing with entrepreneurs and companies, so we can charge max, you know, like that could be a part of it. But from the perspective of Fiverr, I'll be really, really worried. Like, you're coming with like a premium service. I mean, that is totally worth. Like, it's not like iPhone 15 and iPhone 16. You know, you're like, okay, nothing changed. You know, that'll be one thing. But this is not like. I mean, I had 100% of success with Fiverr, and I have 0% of success with Fiverr Pro. So you're really messing up. Like it's horrible. Like I will be really worried. Like it's so who knows what's the problem. Also, I have another account. So I created a fresh new account. So I don't know if there's a maybe algorithm thing, because the other account I had it for years and everything worked well. And also there are reviews on myself that are positive. So maybe, you know, when people see my profile, they're like, okay, this guy is serious, he's a good customer. That could also be it, but from my experience, it's like, that's why I felt the need to shoot a video, because this is like, it's unthinkable. Like it's, you know, you have a product that doesn't claim to be ultra professional, that is working really good, that has been working absolutely great, and then you're like, oh, now there's a premium, you know, and you call it Fiverr Pro, and it's totally not pro at all. So far, zero success. The only hope I have, I mean, the Swedish guy, I think it's like I think it's a Swedish vacation problem. Like that's my guess. And once he's gonna be back on track and he'll be doing his 23 weekly hours a week prescribed by the Swedish government, like then he'll be operational. I mean, I'm joking, but it's like that. Like so maybe with him we will be, because I mean I talked to him. It's really, I mean, at least we're on the same wavelength, you know, like we have the same understanding on how things should evolve, and he has the skills to make it happen. Even though like the graphic design skills, I was kind of, you know, like I paid like extra $50 for that. Like I ended up doing it myself. Guys, what's going on? Like, you're from Sweden. That's like isn't that one of the capitals of graphic design and IKEA? And anyways, like don't want to talk too much crap, but it was like, I just thought it was interesting, and like the goal of the video is not to bash Fiverr, but it's very surprising, you know. It's very surprising and very costly, and I could not believe it. I could not believe the lack of professionalism with Fiverr Pro, and how great my experience was with Fiverr all those. I'm gonna say all those years, even though I started using it really intensely in 2024, but I had done some, even several years that I have the account at least. So so that's, I kind of wanted to share with this video, like the business side of fasting as far as I'm concerned. And my outlets are, so you can purchase my book. I'm the author of a book called For a Better Monday. It's all about my fasting experience and how to get started with fasting. there's like 62 chapters of standalone chapters to get you started with your fasting journey and pretty much heal from anything that fasting can heal. So that's my book. It's available on Amazon, and also I have a Better Monday Fasting a stand store where you can get the digital version of it. And I have this product called Fasting Electrolytes available in the US that you can get on YouthLyte.com. I put all the links below. So for now I have the Shopify store and working on the TikTok store and Amazon. And it's a great product. I mean, I'm really happy how it came out, and I'm using it personally. Like now I'm in Colombia, I send myself a bottle because it makes a huge difference for me. And also for the past 90 days, I've been on a carnivore diet, and it really helps with fasting, keto, carnivore diet, and also it helps with. I go to the gym every day. 5 to 6 times a week, and it really helps as a pre-workout, post-workout drink as well. So it's now I'm hooked to my own product, and to have it, to enjoy it in Latin America is costing me a lot. Like, even though I'm paying, only the production cost, but they charge me that price at the customs in Colombia, and I have to pay like $50 or so in DHL to get it here. So my bottle, like, overall is, the sale, the listed price is like $39.99, but I'm paying it, even though I'm getting the bottle at cost. I'm paying like between 80 to $100 to get it in Latin America, But in the US, it won't cost you that much. So it will be like $4 or $5 for shipping, and depending on where you live in the US, and so it will be in the low or mid 40s to get it in the US. And my third outlet is besides all the fasting, I'm a musician. I've been a musician since I'm 14 years old. And I have a project called Black Sea Storm. I put the links below. And back in the day, I also played in a band called Swoan of Switzerland, SWOAN, Channing Cope of San Diego, California. And also I was a stage musician for Kansas Thibodeau in the US. Black Sea Storm, and I think a storm is coming, the Medellin mountain storm. It's about to hit the city. But here it's very common. I mean, that's one of the things I love about Medellin. It's like you have sunshine, then rain, and sunshine. Like sometimes like 3 times a day, like you have. And now it's like I think it's brewing. It's brewing a little storm. It's gonna rain. So yeah, that was the video on my experience on Fiverr and Fiverr Pro, and and how Fiverr was great. I had a great experience with Fiverr, and how Fiverr Pro was. So far, it's a disaster. So who knows? Maybe we'll get better with time. The company has to, they just have to spot where it's not working, because they already have something that's working great. So how do you go from something that you already own that is working great to something that is not? So they just need to spot where the problem is and keep the customers happy, because I don't think I'm gonna, I'm back to Fiverr, Fiverr Pro. There's like that $350 that the Swedish guy gave me back. I think I need to use it on the platform. I don't know if they can really reimburse me, put it back on my credit card or not. But other than that, I'm I'm staying away from Fiverr Pro. Thank you for watching. I see you guys in another video on the channel, hopefully.